So people may ask why women get 80% of all autoimmune disease. Wow, right? That is incredible. Well, a huge reason is something called estrogen dominance, when women get too much estrogen compared to progesterone. Now, both of these hormones for women, incredibly important. Every cell in your body has receptors for estrogen. Every cell in a woman's body has receptors for progesterone. Every cell needs them. But the balance is super important. Okay. So I call estrogen dominance the most dangerous disease for women. And why would I say that? Well, if you look at the top 10 reasons why women die, estrogen dominance is probably tied into about 90% of those in one way or another. And so, how does this estrogen dominance show itself? How do you know you got it? Well, if you have an autoimmune disease, you pretty much know you got it. If you've had cancer, you pretty much know you got it because estrogen dominance is a huge driver of cancer in women. That's why they call cancer the flip side of the same coin that's autoimmune disease. Everything that drives autoimmune disease drives cancer. Everything that prevents autoimmune disease prevents cancer. Now, but what happens before the autoimmune and before the cancer happens, usually decades before, years before, is hormonal menstrual issues. Every hormonal menstrual issues you can think of is driven by this estrogen dominance. Bad flows, bad cramps, ovarian cysts, polycystic ovarian syndrome, uterine fibroids, endometriosis, fibrocystic breast disease, lumpy breast, infertility, all estrogen dominance. But also because estrogen revs and progesterone calms, it drives rev without calm things. So when women get to become more of a worrier than would be right, or more anxious than would be right, or even panic attacks, or they can't sleep because their brain won't shut off, that's all estrogen dominance as well. So if you have any of this rev without calm stuff, and it is super common nowadays, if you have any of this hormonal menstrual stuff, super common nowadays, you know you have estrogen dominance. And you know now that you're moving to cancer and autoimmune disease. We can't have that. We got to prevent this stuff. We can't just sit around and go, oh, 120,000 women every year are diagnosed with breast cancer and it's already metastatic all around the body. And it starts in the 20s. We can't have that continue. This is ridiculous. And of course, we want to prevent autoimmune disease, right? And so how does this happen? Well, the first thing that tends to happen is there's things that are physically stressing to the bodies, like vitamin deficiencies, toxicity, other kind of things that stress out the stress hormone cortisol above and beyond, like maybe a excessive emotional stress going on. The stress hormone cortisol gets stuck in the stress mode. Over time, we start dropping progesterone levels, start getting that estrogen dominance. Well, all the things that drive chronic disease also hurt the gut, create a leaky gut, and toxins that are supposed to get out of our body after we run our detox pathways, dump toxins in the gut, they don't go in the toilet when we poop. They reactivate and they reabsorb back in the body, including toxic old estrogens that we want to get out because we want to make new healthy estrogens. Every cell needs them. We got to get rid of old toxic ones that have been sitting in our system for a while and they get irritating and kind of ding the system. Got to get them out through pathways being run for detox, poop them out. Leaky gut doesn't happen. Old toxic estrogens reabsorb, build in the system, and now we got the double whammy of too much old toxic estrogen and too low of progesterone, the double whammy of estrogen dominance. So what do we got to do? Well, we got to reset cortisol. We got to help cortisol find calm to start with. And so this is what I love is cortisol level reset. And one with breakfast, one with lunch. And this is what they call an adrenal adaptogen that helps cortisol find calm. Over time, you start making your own progesterone again. And we want to get toxins out of the system. And this is a fully activated, fully methylated B complex. The one I like is called MTHFR, methyl B complex, one twice a day for adults. And that helps us run our detox pathways. Now, the B vitamins also help heal the gut. The calm that's created helps heal the gut. And now you can get rid of toxic old estrogens. Now you're making progesterone better on your own. You have now fixed that estrogen dominance, and all those hormonal menstrual things should go away. All that rev without calm stuff should go away. And now you know that you've also done your due diligence to put your body in a much better place, never to get cancer, including breast cancer, and never to get these autoimmune diseases.